You had a pretty well-deserved break. I mean, super long road trips to start the season. Then you take a week off. Kind of talk about that break and how you guys utilized it to potentially get healthy.
We had so many games in a short period of time that we were due to take if not more of a mental break than a physical break during the week of finals. Our players, according to them, have done really well on their finals. We had a week to really focus on ourselves and not have to learn another scouting report or travel for a game or anything like that. So hopefully our players were given the time they needed to prepare and do well academically, finish the semester strong. But it was kind of nice just to focus on ourselves for a few days and sleep in our own beds for 10 days in a row has been pretty special. So we're ready to get back to games. We've got 3 games before Christmas break. And so, time to really start focusing on our next opponents.
And I know you guys have been banged up, a couple of your key players. How good is it to have that kind of extended time off in the middle of a season for them to potentially get healthy?
Yeah, we played multiple games with 9 and 10 players and sometimes with 10 players, but some have limited minutes. And so it's been hard for us to get into any kind of really true rotations. And so hopefully, this week maybe we can get into a little more rotations that work for us just strategically on making sure that everybody gets a little bit of a break in the first half. We still have some players that are injured, but hopefully, everybody's on the mend where they'll start getting a few minutes here and there.
And looking forward to your matchup. Let's look back. You guys going, I think, 5-game win streak. What kind of wrench does this break throw into that kind of momentum, or does it at all?
We lost some games at home early that were really hard-fought battles. We just didn't finish games. We needed another 2 or 3 good minutes. And it was pretty frustrating to lose at home, number one, but lose games that we felt like were right there in our hands. If we had just made a couple more plays down the stretch, we could have won. And so I was really proud, though, of the way our team continued to respond. When we did lose games, we felt like we had a chance to win. And now we put together a pretty nice win streak. And I think that just speaks volumes about just the character of our players, their just perseverance, them committing to our team goals of just coming to practice every day and continuing to work really hard, work together as a team. Now we're rolling a little bit. Finals, we were able to kind of catch our breath, and it's time to get back to games, though. We've got Howard Payne at home. That'll be our final game before Christmas break. We would love for the ACU, the Big Country fans to really come out. All of our students are gone, so we need some help. It is our military recognition night against Howard Payne, and so love for especially the Dias folks to come out, but anyone with affiliated with any military branch is able to come out and be recognized at our game against Howard Payne on Tuesday night.
And it's a fun situation whenever kind of a Big Country or a Concho Valley team gets to play each other. Talk about just kind of that special connection you guys have with Howard Payne and kind of the Big Country as well.
This is my 13th season here, and I feel like we've probably played Howard Payne 10 or 11 times since I've been back in town, and so we have a really good relationship with them. Presley does a great job as the head coach there. They've had some players that have been out a few games, and so they're not really in probably the rotation she wants their team to be in, but we're excited to be able to host them. Glad to play one more game at home before we take a break for Christmas, but hopefully Howard Payne will bring a bunch of fans, bring some fans from Brownwood. Hopefully the Abilene community will come out and support both teams. And
I know how nice is it to have kind of one game break and then you're pretty much in the home stretch there. That time off between games, how key is that going to be before that long stretch you guys are going to go on?
Yeah, we're excited to play at home Tuesday. We're going to hit the road pretty immediately and go play in a tournament at the University of New Mexico. Fun to play an opponent we've already seen this year. We're going to play Sac State. Really, golly, just a really talented team. They're on a bit of a roll right now. I think they're 3-1 since we played them at the FIU tournament. And then we'll also get a chance to see New Mexico play them on their home court. It's so hard to play at the pit and take a win away from New Mexico. So we've got a big challenge at the end of the week before we take a little break for Christmas.
You guys seem to like going into other people's tournaments and winning on their home court, though, right?
Yes, we'd love to do that. We want to win every game. And so I think that our non-conference schedule has really prepared us for a lot of travel, a lot of different styles of play. Being able to win games on the road in non-conference is really important to us so that our players have that confidence when we start the gauntlet of travel and the WAC. They'll know, like, hey, we've been here before. We know how to fly. We know how to bus somewhere and come home with a win.
What are your plans for Christmas, and what are the team plans for Christmas?
Yeah, we'll spend about a day and a half in Amarillo with my in-laws, and then have a meal with my family, probably here in Abilene with the Rowe family. And so both my daughters will be home for a few days, and that's probably my favorite part of Christmas, just having everybody under one roof and being able to spend some quality time with them. Basketball, we don't really have the luxury of Thanksgiving and Christmas breaks. Thanksgiving, we're always with our team, which is great. We try to, go on a fun Thanksgiving tournament trip every year. And then Christmas break, if you get 4 days off, 5 days off, like, that's a pretty big deal. And that's what we're going to be able to enjoy this year.
Favorite Christmas tradition and favorite Christmas movie?
Gosh, Christmas movies, man, I love a bunch of them. I watched Home Alone last night. It was on TV. I love Elf. I watched Home Alone on Saturday. Watched Sound of Music last night. So lots of fun Christmas movies to watch.